Danny Flexen here for Seconds Out with Lee Selby, former IBF featherweight champion, of course. Lee, how you doing?
Doing good, thank you.
Fighting Ricky Burns on his big show at the end of October. Kind of came out of the blue. I think we first heard some rumours about it a couple of days before it was announced. Previous to that, it looked like you were going to be fighting Adrien Broner on an ITV box office show. Just tell us how close that came to reality.
Well, I thought I was fighting Adrien Broner. You know, I agreed to fight as soon as it was presented to me, but it seemed to have fell through. And I sort of had an inkling, a little fall through, because I was following Adrien Broner on his social media, seeing him out partying in the club, and I just knew that the fight wasn't going to come to fruition. But the Ricky Burns fight presented itself, and as always, I agreed to that straight away.
And is it a lightweight, this one?
Lightweight, yeah.
What would Broner have been?
Up again, lightweight. So
You just don't care what weight you fight at anymore, do you?
well, I don't care. It's sort of like I feel free to box at any weight. Now I've lost the featherweight title. I don't have to keep killing myself making that weight. I can fight at a more natural weight. And 10 stone would have been a great weight for me to fight at. That's why I'm in the gym sparring at that weight, and I'm great in sparring. So I don't see why I wouldn't have performed well in a fight at that weight.
What do you make of Ricky Burns at this stage of his career?
He's a very good fighter, and I don't believe he gets the credit he deserves. You know, to win a world title, one more title, and defend it. You get someone to win it and like losing the first defence, but to win a world title and defend, you've got to be a great fighter. To win it twice, you've got to be a brilliant fighter, and to win it 3 times, you've got to be elite. And I don't think he deserves the credit he gets, but I know he's a good fighter. I've shared the ring with him before for a week up in Scotland sparring. I know what he brings to the table, and it's going to be a great fight.
How long ago was that sparring?
Back in 2014, they hired me in for sparring ahead of the Terence Crawford fight. And I had a week up there with him in Scotland. And from a sparring, I learned he was a great fighter and also a great man outside of him.
That was obviously a peak Ricky Burns. How close to that peak do you think he still is now?
I don't think he's far off. He had a great win last time out. But like myself, he hasn't been too active in these last couple of years. And it's a fight that we both need to win.
Do you see yourselves as kind of kindred spirits? You've both been kind of undervalued a little bit in your career.
I think so, yeah. Sadly, I think it's because we're not so outspoken and like trash talking. We're just like true professionals.
What sort of fight do you think we can expect? I can't see it being too much of a chess match.
I don't know. He can box, Ricky Burns, and I can box, but we both like to mix it up with like a Taylor. And if the spars are anything to go by, it'll be a great fight for the fans.
And you saying off camera you've recently been away. Were you doing some work out there, some sparring and stuff?
Well, originally I thought I was fighting last Saturday, but the fight got put back. So I trained leading up to that fight, and I was out in Los Angeles sparring. So I decided to take a little break. I was advised by my management to take a little time off from the boxing gym. So I had a week away with the family, no boxing, just like running and general fitness.
So if all goes well in this fight with Burns, is the overall aim to get a world title shot at lightweight?
That's the main plan. And in the IBF, there's one guy ahead of me. Well, there's 2, but the one's mandatory to fight Richard Comey, and the next one is George Cambosa Jr. And then I'm number 3. So a final eliminator should be ordered pretty soon, I think.
They're talking about after maybe his next fight, Vasily Lomachenko moving back down to super feather or feather. So it could be wide open at lightweight. It's a great opportunity for you, perhaps.
If he does move down, the belts will present themselves. They'll be vacated, and I could fight for maybe pick up a vacant title.
Still fancy the Broner fight down the line?
I'll fight anyone. I don't mind. As long as the money's right. If the money's right, I'm right.
What about being back on Sky Sports box office, in fact, and you know, a big show under the lights and everything else? You haven't disappeared for the last few years, but this is a different level, it's fair to say.
Actually, I'm looking forward to showcasing my talents on the big stage again. You know, Sky Sports box office, it doesn't get no bigger than that, too.
Brilliant. All right, well, we wish you the very best luck. We look forward to watching the fight.
Thanks.
Cheers, mate.